We're in Biscayne Bay in southeastern Florida, about to try something we've never done before. Hunt a creature in a national park. As odd as that sounds, we'll be helping the park weed out an invasive species that is destroying not only the other fish, but the coral reef as well.
They are pretty much a perfect invader because they have this voracious appetite combined with an incredible ability to hunt. And they can actually expand their stomach 30 times its empty size. So they will eat and eat and eat and eat.
Which I can imagine is the largest reason why they are such a problem in places where they're not native to.
Absolutely. We have over 500 species of fish on our reefs. Many of them are considered overfished or have been in decline, and so we don't need any additional stress such as lionfish coming here and eating the prey of our highly prized species.
These guys are venomous. A sting from one of their spines is extremely painful. Now, your first impulse is to get to the surface as quickly as possible, but that could be deadly depending on how deep you're diving. Divers who get stung may need to make their safety stops on their way to the surface to avoid decompression illness, so keeping a cool head is crucial.
So, you guys encourage people to go out, hunt these lionfish, because not only are they doing a service for the park and for the ecosystem, but they're also tasty, right?
Exactly. These are tasty fish.
Ranger Vanessa shows us the key to cleaning a lionfish is to cut off the spines because they still contain venom even once the fish is dead.
All right, so we now know how to fillet them. Any last little bits of advice?
Just get focused on your shot, line up your shot before you shoot. Make sure that you're going to be able to securely get it and it can't escape.
We've practiced achieving buoyancy, we've learned everything we could about the lionfish. Now it just comes down to putting that all together 80 feet underneath the surface.
All right, guys, this is the most beautiful dive in Biscayne National Park. This is called the drop. We're gonna be hopping over these fingers of coral. At some point, we're gonna find and kill some lionfish.
Now, all we have to do is figure out how to handle a fishing spear underwater.
Basically, this is a single pole, and this is what's called a paralyzer tip or a lionfish tip. It has no barbs. Our goal is to pierce the fish. You want to go ahead and place that as close to the fish as you can without scooting the fish away, right? And then just release your grip. Just open your hand, and that's going to come shooting out of your hand.
All right,
Here we go.
this is it.
Yeah.
It's time to hunt and avoid getting stung.
If I do get stung, I have to bear with that pain underwater and try to maintain some sort of mental clarity. Because at 80 feet, you cannot make a mistake. I look down and there are two lionfish right below me. Ed hands me a spear and it's time for me to take my first shot.
I see Jack's spear fire, and I hear a clink sound.
And that's when I feel my fin kick the sediment on the ocean floor.
We're kneeling on the bottom, trying to get a nice stable shot at this thing. And all of a sudden, the sediment just starts to build.
And then he pulls the spear back, and there's no lionfish on the end.
I missed him. At this point, we can't see anything.
We need to go deeper.
We swim down to 80 feet. A lot more lionfish dwell down here, so taking the extra time to go deeper should pay off.
Ed waves me down and hands me another spear.
Now I just need to get steady before I shoot.
Boom, I punch right through the lionfish, pull it out, and we've got our first catch of the day.
That's one lionfish in the bag. Now it's Colton's turn, and his first shot is a hit, but it starts to wriggle loose. Ed swoops in and stows it in the spine-proof catch-hold.
I didn't know whether we would get any or not, and right now we've got two lionfish.
We finally get our groove on and are able to spear more lionfish. Until we realize that our air is running low. It's time to start our slow ascent to the surface.
As we're coming up to the surface, we're surrounded by this huge school of these beautiful fish. We're in some of the clearest water that I've ever gone diving in, and these fish are swimming about 6 inches from my mask.
Throughout this trip, I've been so incredibly focused on getting some of these lionfish that it hasn't really dawned on me just how special of a place this is to go diving. I'm able to really open my eyes to this environment and see how spectacular it is.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, baby.
Yes!
We got him.
We did it. Mission accomplished.
What do you think? Should we head out, get these things cleaned up?
I'm awfully hungry after all that diving. One of the perks of helping weed out the lionfish is that they are incredibly tasty.
I'm just being really cautious.
Colton carefully cuts away those venomous spines and cleans the fish while I fire up the grill. A little olive oil and garlic is all we need.
1
Those look quite tasty.
and 2.
Yeah, let's eat!
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel, there's a lot more to come.